Welcome to Google Slides mini tutorials. Today I'm going to cover adding animation to your slides, specifically the text and images in your slides. So I have created two slides here. One is just has some text, paragraph, and an image, and the other one just shows the different animation. So I'm going to show you how to do it on one slide, and I'm just going to show you a couple examples that I have pre-done on the other slide so you can see them. So to add animation to your slide is pretty easy. All you have to do is to select the component that you want to animate, such as this text or this text box or this image, and then go ahead and right click and choose animate. Another option that you have as well is you can go up here and go insert. Let me take the mouse off that. Go up and click on insert and animation. Now the difference between the two is that if you choose insert an animation, you bring up the animation menu and there's nothing pre-selected. It's just the animation menu that you can go ahead and add animations. If you go ahead and highlight an image or text and right click and choose animate, it will automatically put the animation on that image or text that you have highlighted. So this is a really easy way to get it started. So if you look here under the animation menu, you have your different options. This is your animation. You can have it appear, disappear, fade in, fade out, fly in from the left, fly in from the right, fly in from the bottom, fly in from the top, fly out the same way, either left, right, bottom, or top. Zoom in, which means that it'll go from nothing and just zoom into its normal size, and zoom out will be it'll zoom out from its default size and go small until you can't see it. Spin, it will just spin in place. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of different animations on just this slide here, and then I'll show you the other slide afterwards. So just say, for instance, I wanted to go ahead and take this text, and I wanted this text uh, to shoot in from the left-hand side, stay here and here, stay here, and then zoom out to the right hand side. For the text here, I want each one to appear one after the other, and for the image, I want it to shoot in from the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one here. Actually, let me go ahead and get rid of this first. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the text I want to animate. Click on add animation, and I said I wanted that one to fly in from the left, so I'm going to go ahead and select fly in from the left. It's on, it will come in on click. That means that nothing's going to happen until I click the button. Because this is only a single line of text, you don't have to do nothing with by paragraph. And this is actually the speed. By default, it is right here. But if you wanted to zoom in faster or slower, you could do it. When you click on it, it tells you how fast each one is. So if I click on slow, it says 5 seconds. If I click on medium, it says 2.5 seconds, and if I click on fast, it says 0 seconds. So this was somewhere around 1 second that it was currently set by default. Now that's the first animation. So when I click on it, it zooms in. It flies in from the left. And then now I can go in with it still highlighted. I can click on add animation. And now I want to go ahead and fly out to the right. So what's going to happen is that when I click, it's going to come in here. And when I click again, it's going to fly over here. For the next box, because it's paragraphs, I'm going to want just each paragraph to come in at a time. So I'm going to get those to fade in, and I'm going to go in by paragraph. So what will happen is that when I click, the first one will fade in. When I click again, the second paragraph will fade in. And when I click again, the third paragraph will fade in. And lastly, I'm going to have, actually, rather than have a fly in, as I said before, I'm going to choose a different one. So for the image, I'm going to want the image to, let's go with zoom in. And when I click again, I'm going to want the image to zoom out. So if we look at what we have set up here, as you can see, it highlights the animation that's for what you have highlighted. So I have this text box highlighted, and I say that it's going to fly in from the left on click, and it's going to fly out to the right on click. For this one here, we wanted to fade in, and as where I selected the paragraph is going to do it by paragraph on each click. And for the image, it's going to zoom in on click and it's going to zoom out on click. So let's go ahead and test this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play here so we can preview the changes that we made. So the first option, and just to let you know, if you see this little arrow here, this shows you where you are in your animation. So if you have a really elaborate animation set up, at least it walks you through it. You can see one by one. So if I go ahead and click on now, it should do the first animation. There we go. So this is text, and that flew in from the left. I click again, now it flew out to the right. The next one's gonna fade in the first paragraph, fade in the second paragraph, and fade in the third paragraph each time I clicked. And then the last one is the image. As you can see, it's zoomed in from very small to normal size. And then when I click it again, it's going to zoom out from the size to back to where you can't see it. So that's it. You click stop now so you can go back. And if there was any changes you wanted to make to your animation, you can go ahead and do that now. But go ahead and show you the next slide now, which basically all I've done here is to just add animation to each one of these texts so you can see how they work. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play now so we can preview the animation added. So the first one is the appear and disappear animation. So I'm going to go ahead and click, and the text appears, and click again, and the text disappears. The next one is fade in. I'm going to go ahead and click it. If the text fades in, I click it again, the text fades out. Next one is fly in from the left and fly out to the right. We saw that previously, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So it flies in from the left and flies out to the right. The other options for that is we can have it fly in from the top, fly in from the bottom, fly out to the top, so fly out to the bottom. So all those options are available as well. Next one is fly in from the top and fly out from the bottom, as I just said. And we have zoom in and we have zoom out. And lastly, we have spin. As you can see, it just spins in place. So that's the different types of animation that you can have on your slides. And I think there was one other thing I wanted to cover, but let me see if I covered everything. Oh yes, this is the other thing I wanted to cover as well. So just say, rather than on click, because everything I set up for you has been on click, you can change it as well to be after or with. So for example, we can have this go fade in after, and it's going to fade in after the previous one, so we don't have to click. So if we go ahead and play this, you'll see that I'll click for the first one, I click for it to leave, and then the next one's going to come in automatically without me having to click. And then I click again to bring in the next one. So you can see that you don't have to be sitting at your slide and go click, 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 click. You can set it up so that the animation starts after another one or with another one. So you can have both of these come in at the same time if you choose with previous rather than after previous, and that all depends on how you have them set up. But it's very intuitive and it's pretty easy to do. So that's pretty much it. That's how you set up the animation on your slides. Um, Other than that, I don't believe there was anything else I needed to cover. No, that looks to be it. If I do think of something else, or if there's something that you see that I miss, go ahead and comment below. And if I miss something that I see, I'll create a follow-up video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.